in hypothesis testing. Steps in hypothesis testing. Step one. Step one is called statement of the hypothesis. Here you tell us, that is, what is your HO and what is your H1. Step two. Statement of the level of significance. You want to know what is your level of risk. That is alpha. All right? What is your alpha? Step three. Tell us determination of the test statistic. That is the formula you want to use. The formula. E.g., is this Z test? Is it T test? Is it chi-square test? Or is it F test? These are the 4 types of tests you can use. Number 4. Determination of the calculated or computed value using the formula stated in step 3, step 5, determination of the tabulated or critical value. That's step 5. Step 6 is decision. And step 7 is conclusion. Those are the 7 essential steps in testing hypothesis. I take them again. I said there are 7 essential steps in testing hypothesis. Step 1 is statement of the hypothesis. Tell us what is your HO and your H1. Step 2 is a statement of your level of significance, that is your level of risk. So tell us, what risk are you willing to take? Of course, we said the lower your level of significance, the better. The most appropriate level of significance is always 5%. It's not a rule of thumb, but 5% is always recommended. Step 3 is determination of your test statistics. Tell us the formula you want to use. Is this Z test? Is it T test? Is it chi-square test? Is it F test? So later we'll tell you under what condition do you make use of all these 4 types of tests. Step 4 is determination of your calculated, computed value using the formula stated in step 3. So you have to use the formula you have stated. Any of the formula you use in step 3 is what you will use to determine your computed value in step 4. Step 5 is determination of your tabulated or critical value. Don't forget I said earlier that before you can take decision, you will need to compare the critical value and the calculated value. You have to compare them. So you see that in step 3 and 4, or in step 4 and 5, in step 4, we will get the calculated value. In step 5, we will get the tabulated value. In step 6, we will now decide. So we need the value we have gotten in 4 and 5 to decide. After you have decided, you can now conclude. Conclusion is when you now tell us, do we reject the null hypothesis or do we accept it? All right? So those are the essential steps in hypothesis testing. Any question about those steps? Any question about the steps?
No,
Any
sir.
question about the steps?
No, sir.
Okay. So can I clean the
I
board?
don't think so, sir.
Okay. Now, so let's now go and do see under what condition do we use these 4 tests. So please follow me as we look at those steps. So let's see what is the difference between those tests and when do we use them. So please, I want you to also listen attentively here so that I can see when do we use which test. You know, so I'll try and make it a tabular. I'll try and see how we can do that so that it will be easy. So let me share them into 4. I have Z test, T test, chi-square test. This thing is pronounced chi-square. It's not chi-square, it's chi. And last one I'll call F test. F test. So the 4 tests. So I want to see when do we use them. Now, quickly, F test is used. Okay, let me start by saying, before I even talk about that, the one that is more important, the Z test is parametric. The parametric test. The T test is a parametric test. Chi-square is a non-parametric test. While F test is a parametric test. Please note them. So you'll be saying, hey, this man has started again. What is parametric? What is non-parametric? So the word parametric emanates from the word parameter. Parametric from the word parameter. I think I've defined a parameter in this class. I said a parameter is a summary characteristics or value of a population. I said a parameter is a summary characteristics or value of a population. E.g., population mean, population variance, population standard deviation, or population correlation coefficient. So I said the parameter is a summary characteristics or value of a population. That's I just said that is a past question. I said a parameter is a summary characteristics or value of a population. So I'm saying that it means that Z test will focus on a parameter, maybe mean. You know, T test also focus on the parameter, F test focus on the parameter, but chi-square does not focus on parameter. Right? That's number 1. Number 2, Z test is used. It is used for large sample. Large sample with known or unknown variance. Okay, with known or unknown population variance or standard deviation. That is sigma squared or sigma. I said the Z test is used for large sample with known or unknown population variance or standard deviation. Of course, sigma squared here is population variance. Sigma is population standard deviation. All right? The t-test. T-test is used for small sample with unknown population variance or standard deviation. Right? Please note this. Note, a sample is small. If it is less than 30. That is, if our n is less than 30, it is small. So when we say large sample, large means your n is greater than or equal to 30. Note that n is greater than or equal to 30. So I said Z-test is used for large sample with known or unknown population variance of what? Standard deviation. And I said a sample is said to be large. Please note this point too. Is large if the sample size is 30 or more. I said the t-test is used for what? For small sample. And the sample is said to be small if your n is less than 30. That is a small sample. So we are saying that we use Z-test for large sample, t-test for small sample. But note that to use t-test, the sample size is not only small, but the population variance and standard deviation is unknown. Now let me just give you an hint. An hint is that once we fail to meet the condition for Z-test, you have to use t-test. All right? So that's that. Now, chi-square is used for non-parametric test. I've said that non-parametric test. So in that one, there's nothing like sample is small or is large, right? So we said it is used for it's used for non-parametric test, and such test is called is used for numeric categorical data. So you can say it is used for categorical data, such as gender, gender, party affiliation, religion, to mention a few. So it is used for categorical data that you can categorize. I've also taught you data by category. I said data can be numeric or non-numeric. So numeric categorical, the data can be categorical or we said it can be categorical, or we say it is ordinal. I think I mentioned that. So we use chi-square for non-parametric data test that is categorical in nature. Now the F-test is used for comparing two or more means. I said the F-test is used for comparing two or more means. F-test is used for comparing two or more means. We can also define F-test as F-test is also called ratio of two variances. Ratio of two variances. All right. I think that's all about the test. The next thing is the formula, which you don't need. They will not ask you to write down the formula. All they want you to know here is to know when do we use which test and how do we use them. All right. So I said 4 types of tests are the Z-test, the t-test, the chi-square test, and what? The F-test. Z-test is a parametric test. It is used when the sample is large and when the population variance is either known or unknown. And I said the sample is said to be known if it is 30 or more. T-test is also a parametric test. It is used when the sample size is small and the population variance is unknown. All right? I said the chi-square is a non-parametric test. It is used for non-numeric categorical data, such as gender, party affiliation, religion, educational courses you have studied, that workplace, and so on. F-test is also a parametric test. It is used for comparing two or more means. Note this again, the Z and 2 tests are used for one or two means. Z and T test is used when you are comparing, when you are working on one mean or two means. So the maximum you can have under Z and T test is 2 means. Mean. However, once your mean is exceeding 2, you cannot use this test again. And that's where F test comes in. So F test is a superior test to Z and T test. And that is superior. It can be used to compare 2 or more means. All right. So it means F test covers a larger number of means as compared to Z and T test. Z test can be used for one mean, can be used for 2 means. Same thing applies to T test. But once your mean is more than 2 or 2 or more, this F test will use. All right. While the chi-square test is a non-parametric test and is used for what? Categorical data. Categorical data. All right. Categorical data. All right. Those are the 4 types of tests. I think we have tried tonight. Now, I am supposed to give you the formula for this 4 types of tests. Like I said, nobody will ask you to calculate anything. I've never seen it in the past question. So I will not want to bother you with any rigorous formula so that I will not begin to disturb ourselves. But this is what you need to know about all of them. These are the basics you need to know. And most of the past questions you will see are also based on these things I've mentioned. So you're able to understand this basic thing I've mentioned, then you are good to go about this test. So do we have any question? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So in absence of none, we'll be logged out in the next 3 or 4 minutes. So that means I want to assume that I've covered test of hypothesis. So what I'm going to do is that when we meet next class, I will solve past questions on hypothesis testing again. I will solve all the past questions as much as I can, and I will take a new topic. It means that in this course, I only have 2 more topics to teach you. 2 more topics. And they were true. And what are the 2 topics? I have index number to teach you, index number. And I also have what we call a time series analysis. Those are the 2. Once I'm through with the 2 tests, we are done for the course. So yeah, you can see that we have tried.
So we have a revision class.
Of course. It depends on you now. Everything lies in your hand now. Everything lies in your hand.
Then, sir, another thing is the recordings of the class.
Yes.
How can we have access to them?
What I said is that I tried sending recording, but I don't know. There's this what we call WeTransfer. I can actually convert it and then send the recording to you, the recording of the class. But I've been having difficulty converting it. So what I will do is that I'll try it again. And if I can't do that, what I'll do is that I will just, when I come to the next class, I've actually copied all of them in a file.
Okay.
What I'll do is that I can just copy it for any of you, probably on your flash drive, because if I say I should attach them to WhatsApp, they will not go. The files are large. The files are files
Okay.
of probably 60 megabytes, 100 megabytes, and that will not be attached to WhatsApp. So maybe
Yes,
when I
yes.
come to the next class, I can just copy them for you. You just copy it and you share it among yourself, Abi. Probably we
Yes, sir.
use a sender or whatever. But I have everything, all the classes, I have them already in a file. So I'll try and see if I can send the link to you so that at your leisure, you can also listen to them again. Do you
Okay,
understand? I think
sir.
that is good, Abi.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can start with the link first.
So let me see if I can do the conversion. I'll send you the link so that you can access the file. All right?
All right, sir. Thank
All
you
right.
very
Any
much,
other
sir.
question? All right.
None
So we
from
can
me.
stop here for tonight.
Okay,
You have a
sir.
question, sir?
Do we have a fixed day for next class at Thursday?
We are saying Thursday now. If Thursday is okay by you.
Okay.
Thursday, we meet
It's
the
okay.
same time on Thursday, Abi.
Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
if it's not possible, I'll let you know because election is there now, So I'll be very busy. But
Yes,
let me see. But I'm
that's
trying to see if I
why.
can work out something. I want us to do something tangible. So if it's not possible, I'll let you know.
Okay, sir.
All right, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right.
Thank you, sir. You
All
too,
right.
sir.
You too, sir.